Okay, these are your notes for Chapter 1, Number Sense. We're going to be looking at counting numbers, uh, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, and irrational numbers. So in the first blank there on number 1, a set. A set is a collection of distinct elements or objects. Sets are enclosed within braces. Those are your little squiggly line parentheses there, braces, and must have commas between each element. So a set is a collection of distinct elements or objects. Sets are enclosed with braces and must have commas between each element. An empty set or null set is a set with no elements. The symbols would be the braces with nothing inside of it, or a 0 with a line through it. So empty set symbol is the braces, the null set symbol is the 0 with the line through it, and they're the same thing. So if you have a set with no elements, that's what it would look like. The real number system is what we use in middle school math, the real number system. The set of counting numbers or natural numbers are made up of the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. This set is made up only of positive numbers. Okay, so counting numbers or natural numbers are numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are only positive. No decimals, no fractions, no negatives. The set of whole numbers is formed when you add the element of 0 to the set of counting numbers to form, and you see our brace there, so we're forming 0, 1, 2, 3, on and on. So the only difference between counting or natural numbers and whole numbers is you're adding the number 0. 0 is not a counting or natural number, but 0 is a whole number. So whole numbers, again, cannot be any decimals, no fractions, no negatives. Looking at number 4 there, the set of integers are similarly formed by adding negative numbers to the set of whole numbers. So we're adding more numbers here. So integers are all whole numbers and their opposites. So we're adding the negatives to the whole. So if we look at that set, that would be ... -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, ... Close the braces. So integers are the negatives and the positives, but again, no decimals, no fractions, but they are allowed to be negative now. The set of rational numbers is made up of any number that can be expressed as any of the 3 types of numbers below. Fractions, example a over b, where a and b are integers. And b cannot be 0. So a and b are integers, so they can be positive or negative. No decimals, no fractions on the top or bottom. A is allowed to be 0, but b is not allowed to be 0. 2 terminating decimals. An example would be 2.8. So you see 2.8 ends, it terminates. There's nothing after the 8, bunch of zeros, but we don't need those. Repeating decimals. For example, 0.7 and repeat sevens forever. So rational numbers are fractions, top and bottom. B cannot be 0, decimals that terminate, or decimals that repeat. And the last set of numbers are called irrational numbers. Is the opposite of rational numbers. So therefore, these numbers cannot be expressed as fractions, terminating decimals, or repeating decimals. So they cannot be written as any of those three. Example would be pi, square root of 2, pi minus 3. Those are examples of irrational numbers. A number can belong to one or multiple different sets of numbers. For example, the number 4, it's a counting number, it's a whole number, it's an integer, and it's rational.